Hi guys, if you want to see how I go from this to this, keep watching. So I start off with the bare face and I use my 24K gold facial oil drops as a base. I really don't like using primer because I have dry skin. So I just go ahead and use the oil drops. I know that it'll work best for me. I want to make sure my face is well moisturized before I put on anything. So you just see me rubbing it in, rub. I'm just making sure that it's evenly distributed. I don't use too much because you don't want to have too much oil on your face before foundation. So onto the brows. I use my brush to brush my eyebrows up into place. Then I go ahead and with my eyebrow pencil and fill in my brows. I actually like using this over powder because sometimes powder can be too drying or it's not pigmented correctly. So I'll just go ahead and use my eyebrow pencil. And actually I like this one because it's waterproof and it stays in place. And I hate when I'm just out and about during the day and I hit my eyebrow by mistake and have my eyebrows off. So with this one, you can definitely be assured that it's going to be in place. And anyway, I just fill in my brows to the desired look I want it to be. And once I do that, I just go in with my concealer and nothing, just conceal it, and any fixture you need to fix, you can go back over it with your eyebrow pencil. So I pretty much have the shape that I want. I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade of Cool Tan and clean up my eyebrows, make it look more sharper and neater, and anything I need to fix, I just go back over it with my eyebrow pencil. Okay, so onto foundation. Since it's winter time, my usual foundation color kind of washes me out a little. So just to darken it up, I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade of Fawn, F-A-W-N, and it kind of mixes well with my usual foundation to give me that perfect shade during the winter time because you don't want to be too light. I'm always fixing my hair. But you don't want to be too light during the winter time. That's just not a good look. So I use the Covergirl Outlast foundation. It has an SPF of 20 and it actually does last all day. I just dab a little just in between where I put the concealer and just make sure I have enough so it can be evenly distributed when I go ahead and use my overbrush to blend everything out. So I don't use much foundation actually. I want it to be kind of like a tinted moisturizer because I don't like to have that heavily made up look. So it's just basically evening out my skin. It's not doing too much. It's just enough to make sure that your skin looks flawless for that day. So I take my overbrush, I'm just evening it out know, smoothing it out. And the overbrush to me is very, very soft, so it go ahead and blend out everything evenly and perfectly. You don't have any streaks or any imperfections. It just blends the foundation really well. So yeah, I gotta get up there by the hairline, and seeing that my baby hairs are kind of close to my eyebrows, I tried to go through that part a little carefully so I won't have foundation in my hair. So a little trick that I use to cover any blemishes or dark spots, I use my MAC foundation. It's in a powder form in the little case. It actually does wonders with covering up blemishes and dark spots. So I just take my concealer brush and go ahead and cover up anything that I want to fix or cover. Because the foundation, like I said, is kind of light. So sometimes if you have dark blemishes or dark spots from acne or anything, it's going to kind of show through. So you can go over it with a heavier foundation just to conceal on top of your foundation. So next, I just go ahead and blend it out with my overbrush to make sure that it's all blended in good. So since it's a simpler look, I'm not going too hard with the eyeshadow. I just want a light brown eyeshadow shade to put on my lids just to darken them up just a little bit. I'm not doing too much with it. I just want to blend it out and just make it look as natural as possible, because I'm going to do more with the eyeliner and the lipstick on this one. So you just blend, blend, blend. Make sure it's on there good. I didn't put too much. The more you put on, the darker it's going to get. So I just dipped it maybe once or twice just to keep it on the lighter end. Okay, so for under my eyes, I'm going to go back in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the Cool Tan and highlight under the eyes. I literally just do under my eye. I don't really do the full contour where you just put a little on your nose, your eyebrows. I'm sorry, your forehead and your chin. You don't have to do all of that. Not for a simple look. Now, you want a chiseled look, you will do the full contour. But I just do under the eye to kind of just wake the eyes up a little bit. And on me, when I'm doing my makeup, I use my finger to blend it out. But for my clients, I definitely use a blender, a beauty blender, or a brush to blend out the concealer under the eye. Just set that concealer with a little bit of powder just to make sure it doesn't really crease up as much. I actually do like MAC's concealer actually, and I ran out, so I had to use LA Girl. But when I get my MAC concealer back, that's what I use every day. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a wing eyeliner, and I use my NYX liquid eyeliner in the matte form. It works really well. It dries kind of quickly, so I go ahead and start from the outside and work my way inside, and I just keep going back and forth over it till I get the perfect wing look that I'm looking for. To create the perfect wing, it really just takes practice. Sometimes you're not going to get it on the first try. Sometimes it may take a little longer. However, if I have any mistakes or anything, I just use my Pond's makeup wipes and I wipe off the part that I want to fix, or if it's too bad, you just wipe it off and start over. However, I think it's easier just to start from the outside corner of your eye, kind of create the wing that you want, and then work your way in to the center, well, to the inside of your eye, so you can create that perfect line. Don't do it too fast, and keep a steady hand, and eventually you'll get it, and you'll be able to create your wing look with no problem. Also, you can find what type of liquid liner that works for you. I know they're moving over to the pen form where it looks like a Sharpie, and you don't have to dip it in anything. It just, you open the top and you go ahead and start drawing. However, for me, those are too dry. You have to press down a little too hard for it to show up. So I particularly like using the dip method, where it has like the little brush and the stuff on the inside of the container. You can also use a dip pot and the brush. However, that to me is a little too messy. So I've been using this NYX liquid eyeliner for years. It comes in a matte and a vinyl. In this particular case, I'm using the matte. So once it dries, it kind of has a matte look, and the vinyl still kind of has a wet look, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I like the matte for this one. So for under my eye, I wanted a little pop of color, so I'm using this purple from my Mirage palette. I used a brush that is kind of on the hard side, kind of flat, and I just dip it into the powder eyeshadow, and I just go underneath my lash line with it. I like using that instead of a pencil or a cream pencil or anything like that, because sometimes those pencils kind of run, and when you use the powder, it kind of stays in place. When you use the eyeshadow, it stays in place. So I just go over it and be very careful with it. I try to blow some of the eyeshadow off of the brush so it won't get into my eye, because it can. And I just go ahead and go over it until I get to the pigment that I want. Then I add just some waterproof mascara to my lower lashes, just to give them a little pop. My lower lashes are a little long, so once I go over it, it makes it stand out just a little bit more. And sometimes if you want a real dramatic look, you can add some false bottom lashes. But just to do something real quick and simple, you can just add mascara, and it gives you that extra pop. Also, I put it on my top lashes just in case any eyeshadow got on there, and just to make sure that they don't have anything on there, and darken it up before you put on your lashes. So I'm going to do a slight contour under my cheeks, and I put a little on my forehead. That's the most that I do with the contouring. I really don't get into the nose and all of that. Just for this simple look, it's just going to be just contouring the cheeks, giving it a little definition, and giving it a little more color to my forehead and to the overall look. Then it's the blush. I just put it on until I get that desired shade. I just dip it lightly and brush it until I get what I'm looking for, and then on to the lashes. So for whatever reason, I always put my lashes on towards the end of my look instead of at the beginning with the eyeshadow and the eyeliner and all of that. It just seems like that's one of the completers for me. You just complete the look with the lashes. I'm so special. Anyway, I use the 30-second lash glue, and it looks exactly like the hair glues. It probably is, in my opinion. It feels the exact same. I still use hair glue, sorry, but I like that because I like to reuse my lashes. And when you use lash glue specifically, it gives that gummy feeling, tacky feeling to the lashes, and you can't pull the glue off. You literally have to either soak it off or just buy your new pair. So these lashes I've had for a little while now, and I switch between the ones from my brand and just some other ones that I got from the beauty supply store because these are a little more natural for my everyday look. Sorry that is out of frame, but I'm literally just applying a thin, small strip of the glue. I don't put it too much on there because I want it to be easy to take off, but I want to make sure it's secure. And I literally just put it on there and then apply the lash. Sometimes you can wait a little bit before so the glue can dry some and then apply it, but I just go ahead and apply it to my lash line. And just put it on there. Make sure both corners are secured. You can actually use a lash tweezer to help, but since I have long nails, I kind of use that as my tweezer, and I just press it down on both ends to make sure that it's not going to be lifting up. So I like adding a little highlight to my tear duct. I just put a silvery gold shade together, and then I just put it right there, just a little dot on both eyes, and it just gives your eye a little bit of pop. So last but not least, highlight. Yes, I like to put it on my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. And look at all that's fairy dust just flying. I love it. Okay, so onto the lips. This is the final step. I'm going to do a purple and a pink ombre effect. So I'm using a cream to matte lipstick, and I forgot the name of it, but I will put it in the description. I got it from a local beauty supply, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the purple on first, and just kind of rub it around and get it to where I want it to be. Then I'm going to go on to put the pink in the middle to give it that ombre effect. The pink is also a cream to matte, and I'll put the name of that one because it's two different brands. And I'm just going to apply it a little hard so I can get that pink to show up just a little bit. And also an easier way to do this is using the purple as an actual liner instead of putting it all the way on your lips, and then going in with the pink and using a makeup brush to dab it to how you want it to look, and it'll give you that ombre effect. Okay, so that is it. This hair that I'm wearing is Brazilian Body Wave by my company, Glammed Extensions. I wand curled it. I will have a video for that. You can go to my website, www.glam.modash, and check me out. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.